find a situation where we manage to stabilize the accident rate at a lower level. The first decision that we took is that we are going to have to divide our forces between the major 20 hotspots and the secondary roads. So our message today to those of you who are trying to avoid us by using the secondary routes is that that is not going to work going forward, because we will be moving some of our forces onto those secondary routes. The second decision that we took is that our provincial authorities will tighten up our relationships, particularly with the Metro Police, so that we must make sure we are more effectively patrolling roads, particularly those roads between settlements where pedestrians are crossing major roads at night. We have arrested 98 pedestrians for crossing roads in unsafe places, but we are now asking that our metro partners need to step up and help us with effective patrolling of those metro areas so that we reduce the pedestrian death toll. We have also asked municipalities to step up roadblocks to test for alcohol, because we all know it's a no-brainer. Alcohol and driving don't mix. The fourth area that we have asked our provincial authorities to implement is we are moving away from static roadblocks to mobile patrols and what we call mobile violation interventions. And the idea of that is to try and stretch the effectivity of our law enforcement agencies, and also to try and make sure that those who would be using apps to avoid us will not find it so easy to find us on the roads. To ensure consistency in law enforcement, we have decided that provincial traffic departments should adopt a common template with ourselves and share that template with municipalities, so that all of us across national, provincial and local government are operating in the same manner and looking for the same things. We have also asked that provincial control rooms comprising senior provincial and municipal traffic officers must be set up to ensure that there is common implementation and common monitoring of our plans. Considering the challenges that some provinces are experiencing with the 24/7 traffic officer deployment, we've asked all of our provinces to use a flexi-shift system. And what that means is, for example, we know that tomorrow, Saturday and Sunday will be very intense periods because many businesses are closing tomorrow and many people will be moving to their festive season destinations tomorrow. So we've asked that where we have limitations in the availability of officers, those officers should be deployed during the peak periods. The second peak period we're expecting is after New Year on the 2nd and 3rd of January, when many of those who have gone away will start returning to the major urban centers. I want to take this opportunity to say a word of thanks to all of our officers who are doing a lot of overtime at the moment, particularly those who belong to the National Traffic Force. These officers have left their own families and they are out on the streets at night to make sure that your family and my family are safe when they are driving on the roads. And I want to thank them for that dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, let me also take this opportunity to thank our social partners, faith-based organizations, community organizations, public transport industry, the freight industry, and many other non-governmental organizations, such as the one, the Master Drive you see next to us, all of whom have joined us and are out on the streets in this campaign. It is not possible for government alone to change driver behavior, and we're extremely grateful to all of those in civil society who are helping us to spread the message. As I conclude, let me remind you that road safety is everyone's responsibility. It is my responsibility, it is your responsibility, and each of us must try and moderate our behavior so that we are obeying the rules of the road. Please wear your seat belt. Please strap your children in. We have an explosion of brain damage of very young children in our country. I had a most unfortunate experience the other day when I was working at a roadblock in Mpumalanga, and we pulled over a car where there was a mother with 2 young children in the back. And she explained to me how it was entirely her democratic right not to strap her children up in the car. Unfortunately, such a democratic right could have very, very tragic consequences for those children. And by the way, it's not your democratic right. It is the law in this country that everybody in a vehicle must be strapped in. If you're going to party, please stay until you've sobered up. Please don't get behind the wheel of a car. Please don't walk down the road at night. If you are going to walk down a road at night, please wear a white t-shirt so that you are visible. Please stick to the speed limit, because we all know that speed kills. Let me say it once more. Road safety is the responsibility of everybody. Let's be responsible. Let's arrive alive this season. Thank you very much. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Minister. The media has approached us and we are at your service.
Vote of thanks? No, we're not doing questions.
We are not going to do questions. We are going to do one-on-one interviews. And now we will swiftly move to MEC Mate.
All right, so that's the situation as it unfolds on Touws River. That's an area in the Western Cape, I beg your pardon. Transport Minister Barbara Creecy just wrapping up her mid-Festive season report, taking stock of where we are so far. And we weren't able to listen to all of that, but part of what we did catch is the minister saying that 98 pedestrians have been arrested for crossing roads in unsafe areas. And perhaps we don't put enough emphasis on this, but in many instances, what the statistics tell us is that many of the accidents we see around this time of the year are actually caused by pedestrians in one way or the other. Or perhaps let me rephrase that. Involve pedestrians. Either a pedestrian is knocked over or a pedestrian is crossing in an area where they shouldn't, and that has a cascading effect, causing a multi-vehicle pileup, for example. And so I suppose it's in some ways not surprising that almost 100 people have been arrested for simply crossing the road in places where they shouldn't. They're also saying that they're going to move away, the department, from having static roadblocks to more mobile patrols. They want to stretch their interventions as much as they can. Again, we're hearing the sentiments words of AXA being echoed here, that tomorrow is going to be a very busy day because a lot of people are wrapping up at work, and of course it's the last Friday before Christmas, and they're going to be responding accordingly as the Transport Department, also anticipating that the weekend after New Year's is going to be another busy time as many people return, of course, to urban centres. I anticipate there's going to be a one-on-one conversation that SABC News is going to bring with you involving our Corbin August and the Transport Minister. Stick around on the channel. No doubt as soon as that happens, we'll bring that to you live.